First, I will be adding my Swanson chicken broth. And then I will be adding my boneless chicken breast. I have it cut up into small pieces. It will be easier to basically cook in the crock pot, and should actually pull apart very, very quickly and quickly. Yeah, don't mind me, I can't talk today, goodness gracious. It should be easier to, pull apart than shredded, like just fall apart in the crock pot. So let me add these two ingredients first. I'll be adding a can of Rotel, diced tomatoes, and green chilies. Now you could go with the mild, the original, or the hot. I was going to go with the hot, but then I thought, you know what, I've never made this recipe before. Let me try with the original first. I can always add seasonings then if I want to make it a little bit hotter. So I'm going to add this into the chicken broth. I forgot to mention, but now I am, please rinse the beans when you dump the cans into the strainer. Please make sure you rinse them thoroughly to get that film off. And then add them into the crock pot. I'm going to be adding 2 cans of Great Northern beans. Next, I'm adding a can of diced chili ready tomatoes. Now the tomatoes I'm just going to dump in as is with the liquid. Now I have it on high. The recipe says have it on high for 3 hours. I need a can of black beans, and I don't have any here in the trailer, so I'm going to have to run over to my friend's house, see if I can find a can there. Pretty sure she has black beans in her pantry. As you can see, I rinsed the beans off. I don't know what in the world that noise was. I'm going to add these to my chili. Next, I'm going to add, well, it's the equivalent of a small onion. It's actually half of a large one. I didn't chop them up, particularly small this time around for this recipe, so I'm just going to add them in and stir them in. And the last item I'm going to be adding in here, because I'm really loading this up, I'm going to be adding some small peppers. I cut up a small orange and little red pepper. I'm going to just add that in, and I'll be adding a green pepper to the mix as well. Now this step isn't actually in the original recipe. I decided to do it, I wanted to do it for color and actually flavor. I didn't really want to add corn. I wasn't feeling adding corn to this particular recipe, so yeah, going with the peppers instead. And there's green pepper. I have 1 part cut, and I have to cut this other half up. Alright, now the recipe says low for 6 hours or high for 3 hours. I'm going to go with the high for 3 hours. Now, I'm not adding my seasonings just yet. I want this chicken to actually start cooking in the broth. And getting really, really soft. So that's my main goal right now during this first hour. I'm just going to let that go. As with my beef chili and turkey chili, the seasonings are usually added last for me. I'm mostly concerned right now with getting that chicken to cook. So for the first hour, it's just going to be cooking. I'll come back to it, and then we'll add the seasonings. Now the nice thing about this recipe, you can make it as hot or as mild as you like. So you have some, leeway there how you really want it to be. I don't want to go with super hot, but I do want it to have a little bit of kick, a little bit of flavor. So I think I'm going to go more the medium route with it. Alrighty, it has been an hour, and now I'm going to do my seasonings. Now, I'm not going to be adding hot sauce, because I don't have any hot sauce. Make a little list. I'm going to have to pick some up at the store. What I am going to add first is some garlic powder. Now, I would add minced garlic. I am out of that as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic powder and mix that in. But the recipe does actually call for minced garlic. So I'm doing a little substitution out of necessity with this. I'm adding half a teaspoon of paprika. The rest of my seasonings include, I shook a little cayenne pepper in, some chili powder, again, just a little bit, some crushed red pepper flakes, some black pepper, and I added some regular salt. Alrighty, so last step, I'm going to add some shredded cheddar cheese to thicken this up. I have it turned off now, and yeah, I'm going to add cheese. And just going to let that thicken up for a few minutes while I make some microwave white basmati rice. That is a packet of basmati rice, microwaved. I'm going to put the chicken chili on top of the rice. Now you'll see it got a lot thicker. I added my cheese to it. Alrighty guys, it is the moment of truth for my chicken chili. Recipe I never made before. Let's see if I have something now that's going to become one of my new favorites. While the chicken is really, really tender, it like melts in your mouth. And chili powder and paprika and red pepper flakes. Red pepper definitely gives it a kick, but not a super strong kick. Like, it would be a lot spicier if I had added hot sauce, but I didn't have any. And this is really good, guys. This is really, really good. So, let me eat my dinner here, and we'll finish up this video. Whew, guys, I am stuffed, and I still have a little bit of food left in my bowl. That was definitely really filling, very tasty, and definitely this is a recipe that I'm going to save, one that I will do again in the future for myself, and probably down the road tweak it again a little bit, maybe with hot sauce, maybe with some Mexican style shredded cheese. Maybe I'll add the hot diced tomatoes and the hot chilies and that. Kick it up a notch or two. But no, that was a really good recipe. If you don't already have a chicken breast that is like cubed or cut, you could just substitute 3 good-sized chicken breasts and let them cook in the broth, and just take 2 forks and shred the chicken breast throughout the cooking process. But I wanted to clear out, you know, what I have, and I thought, let me use up these pieces of chicken breast, and I'm glad I did, because this was really, really, really good. I'm actually stuffed. So I'm having my after dinner coffee. Alrighty guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit my subscribe button, and please hit my bell for all, so you are notified every time that I do upload a new video. Take care, stay warm. I will see you all on my next one. Good night.